This is another episode of The Kickback. Got a couple of my...
Kicking it real!
Always keeping it real.
No.
Kicking it real.
Real.
So, I got a couple of my family with me. So,
Hi.
Sebastian, the beautiful Tyler, Jarrell, and which we're going to talk about that today.
You know what? Let's talk about
We're going to talk about superhero names.
Is that what we're going to talk about? Because I thought we were just going to go straight into the meat of it.
Well, what's the meat of it? Wait, and of course you know Cameron, but let's get into it. So, what I was going to say is, it's sad when your superhero name is worse than your name.
I mean...
The second, no, it's sad when your family...
You just mad because that dog's trying to take your seat.
They're butt in my face.
Anyway, to bring it back, okay. So, I feel your point, but I still don't think that justifies you, bro. I still don't think that justifies you.
I mean, I think that is pervy. Yeah. His reason is
your
pervy.
reason.
Wait, is that your reason?
My reason's
or what?
No, it's
fine.
not.
The thing is, none of you asked.
Okay, Jarrell, what is your
I
reason?
asked you what's
You
your
just said
reason
your
before I went on a rant and a tangent.
You didn't, though.
I did. I said, Jarrell, what's your reason then?
Okay, what's my reason? It's different. It's interesting.
Yeah, wait. I want to see. Talk loud so everybody can hear this reason.
Yeah.
Talk loud.
Okay, it's different. Yeah, I get it. I'm a dude in real life, but if we're just gonna flip the script and say, hey, this is a fantasy, might as well fully commit. It's gonna be a fantasy. If I want to play some chick with like purple hair who's like 4'6", that's cool. Who's also got magic.
But fantasy
Wait.
is like, oh, I'm going to be a troll or
Wait.
some type of orc or
No. Let's stay
In
on
a
that.
different world.
No, let's stay on that.
creature.
So wait, my question is,
I mean,
normally when people think fantasy, they think of like their dream world. So is your dream to become a female?
No.
We've been done talking, bro.
That was like a minute, 2 minutes ago.
No, bro. You just looking down for a long time.
Alright, let's knock the next one down.
What's that?
Next topic, let's go.
Alright,
Did you
next.
decide if you want to play women for the rest of your life, Jarrell? Did you make the decision if you wanted to play women the rest of your life?
No.
Do you want to play women the rest of your life? What actually
Do you mean
interests
play
you?
them, or do you mean
No,
to,
I mean
play them like a
play them
player?
in the game. What are you talking about?
No.
But what aspect makes you so intrigued to play women in a game that you've never played before? Because you say it's more interesting.
I heard you say that. Don't ever say that again.
What?
Shut it like we wouldn't notice that. Okay.
I don't hear anything.
Why would you?
Because I was looking
don't get me wrong. I mean, people who like, if you see somebody playing a female character, you might assume they're female and they'll behave differently towards you. That's for one.
Is that? Oh, so you like being assumed that you're a female?
Oh, I do like getting free shit though.
Okay, wow.
So
Wow.
what you told me is in most games you decide to be a female because it's easier to be a prostitute. Got it.
What? No.
So, if you ever come across, what's your username? In the game, he's really a female. I mean,
Change
he's
like
a male
dimple
in
smiles
real
1,
life.
2, 3.
Yeah.
Hey, so you went from being a pervert to some sick dude.
Who uses
He's a
people, and that's the whole reason.
He's a prostitute. Let him be a prostitute. It's okay. You can shake it for some.
If you're gonna ask me,
No.
I'm gonna give you the worst possible answer I can think of, and those are the worst possible answers I can think of.
I always feel sorry for you. You're.
I feel sorry for other people.
You can help in your games. Like you don't have to be a prostitute no more. Stop. You're free.
Phoebe says the same thing.
Like, dang, bro.
Just tell me the game. I will help you play it so you don't have to prostitute yourself.
is so sad. I feel so sad for you.
Wait, no, Terrell, David, you're gonna be another headline against gamers now. Video games cause prostitution. A video game promotes prostitution behavior.
What it does is it shows Jarrell, who's playing with like a 7-year-old kid in China, and he's like, me love you, I love you long time.
That's racist.
What? I love you long time. I love you long
You're
time.
intentionally doing that.
I love you long time. If you just give me this armor, like what?
We could play together forever.
Yeah, we can be together forever. And this little kid in China is just thinking to himself, "Oh yes, he can be my friend. Yay!"
I got a
And then
friend.
I got a friend, and then like tries to tell her mother,
He got
his
extra
mother,
lives
and then
and
his
more
mother
armor.
comes up, and he just gave away all his good equipment, and she's like,
She just
"What's wrong with you? You just earned all of that. You avoided dinner for 3 days."
No. She bought him,
You must be
gave him the money
Hold on.
to buy these items on his game so he can
Hold on.
her child can play it.
Do y'all wonder
and
that?
he wants to give it away.
Do y'all wonder that, like,
Yeah.
how the family dynamic is gonna be, like, 10 years from now, like when, gamers become old people and they go to their son and it's like, you did what? Hold on,
I don't think.
who is this? Give me my son's armor back. Like, is that gonna be like the new everything?
And maybe it.
Don't ever sell your armor in the game.
Yeah.
Actually, they'd probably
Actually, no.
block
Ready Player One. That happened.
That was a horror movie. Stop.
The exact same thing happened.
Stop.
What?
Stop.
it.
What?
That movie was great.
I
You know what?
didn't
You know what?
think
I'm just gonna say
I
this.
didn't
No.
say
I'm
it.
gonna say
Don't
this.
even do it. Don't even do it.
I'm gonna
Don't
say
even do
this.
It's his
Did I watch the movie? No, but the trailer looked freaking.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We're watching that
You don't
movie.
get to have an
We are
opinion.
watching that
You don't
movie.
get to have an
No,
opinion.
we are watching that movie, sir. We are watching that movie. Hook up the Xbox 4K. Let's go. Let's go. I have it in 4K. Let's go. We watching that movie. Are you serious? That is one of the greatest movies. The graphics are amazing. The script is amazing. It made me fall in love with gaming again.
Okay, stop.
No.
Stop.
I can
It's-
collaborate.
It is literally
I
a
felt the
movie that
same
makes
way.
you fall in love with gaming.
No.
I know.
No.
Hang on, pause. Wait.
I just gotta
No,
I just gotta know.
I'm gonna let you finish.
No, I just
I'm
gotta
Kanye
know.
West this because I just gotta say one thing.
You
Look,
said 30.
I know, but I
Okay.
gotta hang on. I'm gonna give you back the mic. I just gotta finish one thing, 1 minute. And no, I'm not about to make a Beyonce quote.
You wanted to.
Queen.
No. The main thing was, I know all of my credibility literally went out the window because that man right there just agreed with me. But believe me, that movie is dope.
I've heard mixed reviews about it. From the outside looking in, and I saw things. I did like the graphics.
So what you're telling me is not from Inside Out?
No, because I actually haven't seen the movie.
So wait. No.
Because I've seen it.
I just gotta know.
Wait, are you just a cultivation of emotions right now?
No.
Oh, okay. I was
question.
just wondering who was driving.
I'm always driving.
All of those were Inside Out.
Always driving.
Inside Out references.
So, unless she wants to drive, and then I'll enjoy the ride. Anyway, yeah.
Well, yeah, you have female emotions too. It's fine.
It's okay.
It's okay to be you.
I can use those emotions rising.
From the one that.
Anyway, so
Here's
here's my thing.
That's why people question.
What? I saw that trailer, and I was like, what the fuck? Why would anybody watch this? What drew you to go see that movie from the same trailer that I watched?
So
Because it wasn't like, thank you for calling, which I thought, oh, that's going to be a funny movie. And then been like, what the fuck? I need weed.
Yeah. No.
Like, I'm sorry.
No.
When they turned into
there were a few things.
Spoiler.
One,
when they turned into horse people, I'm just like, what?
Wait, did I not see this movie?
Wait.
Are you sure you
We're
watched
not
the
on
same trailer?
movie.
No, so here's
when you actually watched the same movie.
No, so here's the thing. So on Ready Player One, there were a few things.
First
One,
of all,
it
that's
was
not
a-
even the movie. I'm just thinking about it.
Sorry, thank you for calling.
What's
Yeah.
That's the movie.
Okay, no. So the first one was that it's based off of a book, and it's a really good.
Ready
book.
Player One.
Yeah. Second thing is
that
that Steven Spielberg directed it, and he always has great cinematography. So I literally was going into it with that. And then third, I saw the. Not only did I watch.
Really good.
Yeah. Not only did I watch the first one. I didn't just watch the first trailer. I watched every trailer for that.
Wait, can we pause right there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sick of that.
What?
What do you say?
Graphics are good.
Can we stop that? Can we
Wait,
stop that?
graphics are
Stop
good.
what?
Like, we're gonna go watch the movie.
Hey, you want to see the strings? What, you want to see the strings?
I've been watching the movies
For cinematography, that is what Oscars are based off of.
It's not the only thing
How many?
that would attract me to
I'm
a movie.
gonna give you an example.
But that is a good thing.
You know what movie had good cinematography, special effects that should have been a good movie?
Transformers.
The all movie that we agree was the worst movie that we ever seen that we still blame Torin for. You know.
The cinematography was not great.
It has the special effects and everything.
Yeah, but it wasn't great. It was bad. The script was bad.
Script.
Script, no,
exactly.
The script, the scenes, the logic of the order, all of it was bad. Cinematography deals with also the organization of the film. They were all over the place.
No, it does not.
Yeah, it does. It's the entire layout of the film.
I just want to say, if you've seen Spider-Man Into the Universe, it was good. Thank you, bye. That was it.
No, I'll wait for DVD.
No, you didn't.
You're terrible. That was a great movie.
Yeah, you put your
I'm not gonna lie. The overall consensus is that it's pretty good.
Wait, hold up.
The only problem I have with the movie, and literally the only problem I really have with the movie is why Spider-Man gotta go out like that? He could have, some harder things could have happened to him. He could have followed
My
him.
phone is.
First of all, here you go. Here's my problem with the movie.
I mean,
Have you seen the movie?
Old?
I haven't seen the movie, but
You haven't seen the movie? I'm surprised.
You don't get to have an opinion if you haven't seen it. We've been
yes, I do, because at the end of the day, you made something that could have been something serious.
Okay.
Peter Parker
it was serious.
Dying or
That
whatever.
was serious.
No, you're not.
Really
You made it to little kid stuff. No.
So you believe that because it's animated, it's for kids?
It was actually.
No, hold on. So you believe because it's animated, it's for kids?
No, from the trailers that I saw, he was like, "Oh, there's all these spiders! No, we gotta run! Oh." He get hit by a car.
You haven't seen it, so you don't know.
You don't know that.
You haven't seen the movie.
I don't want to.
You are literally judging a book by its cover.
Yes, sorry. That's what we do. And no, that's all we do.
Yes, you make informed decisions.
No, you can't see, but when I see that cover right there,
yeah,
that makes me know Wolverine's the fucking most badass mutant. When I see this book or DVD up there, when I see that looks cool, that makes me want to watch it. When I see freaking Aquaman and having a trident or whatever looking like Aquaman, that makes me want to watch the movie.
Alright, cool. So how many books have you read in your life? I just gotta know.
Well,
for the sake of the audience doesn't know how many books you've read until.
I don't know, too many. And also I forgot my memory
We
as a child.
won't even count graphic novels. We know what graphic novels.
Don't confuse me with what you do, okay?
Actual novels.
If you don't know, that's gonna be next podcast. Jero's collection. That's what we're just gonna call it. Jero's collection.
That don't even sound right.
No, it doesn't. It's not right. It's not right.
It sounds like you're just disrespecting my manga right now.
No, it just sounds
I don't want
really
to disrespect. I don't want to know your manga, your anime. I don't want to know any of that, bro. I don't want to know any of that.
You're absolutely terrible.
I'm terrible. So, I'm gonna keep it here. So let's talk about Marvel.
We need to talk about how you need to watch more movies.
Whatever. Let's talk about Marvel.
Bro, if you need to get the ticket for, I'll just get the ticket for you.
So, since it's about Marvel, how do y'all feel about the first family finally being back in video games.
You mean the Fantastic Four?
Duh.
You should just say that.
Not only are they back in, it's not that they're back in video games. That's not the.
They are back in video games.
That's not the. That's
that's
not
that's
the
not
actual
confirmed.
Paramount
That's
thing.
confirmed.
The Paramount thing is not that they're back in video games. It's that they're back in the fold with Marvel. That's the thing.
But okay, we already knew that. That happened August of last year.
Right, but like
I mean, yeah.
no, not even last year, because
Yeah,
Marvel
last year.
vs. Capcom, the last Marvel vs. Capcom, was there any Fantastic Four in there?
No, but that was a game that designed before the August thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, think about the next time that they're gonna do a Marvel vs. Capcom. There's a high possibility.
That's what I'm saying. They're back. They're back in the fold. Video like first it was already comic books.
I know, but I'm talking about like with Marvel in video games, not just in video games, because they've had video games.
But that's what I'm saying. Marvel Future Fight or whatever.
Like that's awesome.
They're great at Marvel Future Fight, but yes, I'm with you. I'm excited to see them on a big screen, like big video games, like if we get an MMO, whatever, playing as powerful Human Torch. You know,
I gotta say that I'm not.
Why are you not?
This just sounds like this is setting them up to fail again.
How's it setting up to fail?
Alright, well, let's see. For one, as far as like public's opinion, I don't believe anybody else sex. This is one of those highly anticipated projects.
That's not true. First of all, there is thousands and thousands and millions of fans of Fantastic Four. Second, you can't have half the people in Marvel without the Fantastic Four. Like, literally, all their stories, like, connect with the Fantastic Four. Captain Marvel, Skulls, which pretty much is the sole reason why Krees use humans as experiments is because their mortal enemy was the Skulls, who you learn out about that through the Fantastic Four.
Right, which, by the way, let's also talk about the biggest thing.
Please don't say it.
They're about to... No, let's talk about... Seriously. Captain Marvel. No, Captain Marvel.
If they have Skulls in Captain Marvel,
then I'm
They have
hyped.
to do
No,
something.
They have to, because the way to explain the Kree is through the scrolls. And I don't know of another way that it's possible to even tell her story.
That's the only reason why I haven't watched the trailers, because I feel like if I watch the trailers, I'm going to be very disappointed.
If you watch the trailers, you'll judge another book by its cover.
Well, we all judge book by the cover. My whole thing is, I want the Skulls. I want them to mention the Skulls.
Yeah.
Have you watched the trailers?
Yes.
And so, do any of the trailers mention the Skulls?
Not directly. I mean, they're showing they're shapeshifters.
Okay, that's a good sign though.
But
they're showing the pictures.
They showed
in the second teaser trailer.
They had scrolls.
They had shapeshifters.
They were shapeshifted, but they did not look like scrolls because they were in human form.
Oh, but they talk.
That gives me hope.
So it wasn't directly stated.
No, but as
Not
far
directly, but indirectly, you know it's coming.
Like if that's there, I'm hope.
Also,
I'm dope.
let's also talk about this.
hyped.
Hey, let's also talk about this. What's been missing from the Marvel universe? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, it's coming back.
No, I know, but
They're
it's
not
been
missing.
gone
Oh, well.
it's been gone for quite a while. It missed a few transitions of a few movies because a few movies have come out. Normally, which I think is brilliant of Disney, they normally have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. correlate directly with the movies.
Well,
and they like lead into that.
If you look at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it has been. They've been talking about a lot of the plot and stuff that's going on behind the scenes, like the Synovia contrast.
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely building up, but normally they build up for all the smaller ones too. Like for instance, Captain America: Civil War, they built up to, like things like that. Not just the Avengers movies.
Yeah,
but Black Panther, there was no build up for Black Panther.
Yeah, there was, because the whole. No, not directly Black Panther.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
technically,
and then here's one that they are building up to though, with everything that's currently going on, with all everything they did.
Technically, if they was gonna do Black Panther, that would happen next season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because then they made the announcement right before the Infinity War and everything.
Well, no, because
Yeah.
that
was the big thing that the outside world knew. That hey, he's like, hey, Wakanda's here.
No, I got that part, but but what I'm saying
that was the only thing that would affect the
but like the next no, because now I think they're gonna skip over it because there's too much going on now for them to even do that. I mean, half the heroes are gone. You know what I mean? So the next question is, when they have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., are there going to be random people missing in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? They just don't go into detail about it?
Well, I don't think so, because I think if Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. should start back in fall again like it do, then that means we'll already get the end of Infinity War.
No, it's true. Maybe that's the reason why they're not doing it, so they don't have to get rid of characters.
Thank you, Fifi, for that wonderful response. I mean, that was very incisive.
Insightful. Right. No.
Insightful and incisive. Okay.
I mean, you are. Thank you. Pause. My bad. Pause. Pause now. Pause. Extra pause. So.
She got 4.
Whatever. So, I finally got a chance to watch Young Justice. Bro, I know you're excited about it. Like, it's everything that we've been waiting for. It's everything that I wish. It's like Justice League never left. They just merged in with Young Justice, and it just keeps getting more intense.
I have never waited longer for a show. Like, what I'm gonna say is, if Kingdom Hearts 3 is as good as Young Justice is,
oh boy,
I'm gonna be alright. Because Young Justice literally comes back, all of their lives have changed and evolved and grown, and there's so many questions.
Well, but then it kind of, at the same time, it picks up right after it left.
Yes!
Like with the...
No, not even right after it left. They do a proper introduction to right after it leaves, and then they do a proper fast forward. Like, and they tackle real life issues. Like, the main reason I say this is a cartoon and not an actual TV show like Flash and stuff like that is because personally, I don't think they have the budget to do what they do. They have the thing is, alright, so look, they do so much. They have a sphere that changes into 16 different objects. They have aliens that change green, white, and other colors as well.
They're actually taking time to
develop storylines, develop each individual characters,
which is really good.
By the way, I'm just gonna say it. Here's your statement, DC. I don't care if you keep screwing up on shows like Titans.
Yes.
I don't care if you keep screwing up on all your shows. If you keep giving us Young Justice, that's
be experimental, DC. You be as experimental as you want.
That's worth $100.
Don't stop the Young Justice.
Just don't stop Young Justice.
In order to make this happen.
The only thing more.
Huh?
They're gonna do it.
That's fine. Because if their experiments that have crashed and burned have led to things like Wonder Woman the movie, have led to Aquaman the movie, and also allow them to produce things like Young Justice, DC, if you need to crash a million times, because the thing is, true innovation is only created after failure.
Look, I'm just gonna be honest with DC. You can't be Marvel. Sorry, you can't. DC, you gotta do what you're good at. You gotta develop the epic story.
Well, also,
and then get
if anyone from DC also sees this, I just got one thing, and I've been asking for this for so long, and I just feel like this would be the greatest thing if you did. I understand there's a lot of female superheroes.
Okay. Wait.
But I need you to just create the Zatanna show. Zatanna needs her own show, and it would be so easy to do.
Why?
She is the first iconic character that actually dives into the magic field. Y'all can say Constantine all you want every day, 24/7,
or Wonder Woman.
But she has magic by default, but she doesn't dive into it as much as Zatanna does. Exactly. But Zatanna for DC, she connects the magic worlds And she also has the most interactions that are positive with the DC universe.
Yeah.
Constantine has a lot of interaction. Define positive?
Like you actually, not only you get to learn the different realms of the magic, how good magic can be, and then the forces.
It's not just magic is darkness and magic is demons. It's magic is light, magic is happiness.
There's a balance.
There's a balance to her magic. Constantine constantly lives in the darkness.
Zatanna is like low key the catalyst or the key to. She's almost.
I want to say, she's almost Doctor Strange. The only thing is she doesn't have the Fate helmet, therefore we all know Fate is the equivalent. But
and her father, her connection, Nexus, her father is Doctor Fate.
And the only reason, and also the other reason why I say that she would make a great TV show is because it would be really easy to introduce her to the magic community, and then the way that you create her show is it's completely based around the Fate helmet. Because anyone who's read the comic book knows the Fate helmet actually wants her, not her father. It makes constant threats whenever the father's like starting to go insane and lose his mind, which everyone does who has the Fate helmet, and it deteriorates them. But every single time he's about to, the helmet constantly reminds him that the whole reason they have their deal is because they actually want Zatanna. Because Zatanna is the like magical being of the century in which it recognizes as the most powerful and the most capable to use its powers. And she does use the powers once, and she does amazing. But then she gives the helmet up. Well, it goes back to her father.
Exactly.
So,
she's not the only one who's ever used the helmet.
Would you say a
no,
cartoon
but
or
she's literally without the helmet, she's surpassed almost everyone.
For her to have her own show, would it be a cartoon or would you have
No, I think she could do they could do a real live action just like they do with Flash, because look at what they've done with Charmed. Like, you could do something similar with the Charmed TV show, and you could do that with Zatanna. And the thing is, she has infinite amounts of enemies. She has infinite amounts of characters.
And you can always bring Constantine.
Yep.
And there's so
you
many
can have a crossover with Constantine because she does train with Constantine for a little while. But at the same time point, she's like her own entity and her own person. And not only that, but she's a very light-hearted character. So like in her daytime, she's a magician. And she performs in like Las Vegas and all this other kind of stuff. And at night and during random times, she goes out on the streets and she like solves mysteries, helps people. She's a very multifaceted person because she goes on wild goose chases. She went with the Question for quite some time. Well, he was trying to figure out certain things that were going on just in the world in order to help him stop them.
I think
she has a lot.
Okay, that brings one question to my mind, and this might seem a bit silly. Let's say that happens.
Okay.
Are we talking about a teenage Zatanna or a grown woman as Zatanna?
Well, no, you can actually start out. Yeah, you can do.
How they want to do it.
Flashbacks.
You could do what, like for instance, one of the greatest ones that I like, which everyone here should know, is Smallville. I think that was a wonderfully done series. You can do a snap of her as a teenager, and then you can go into her as an adult. Because the thing is, as a teenager, she was robbed of so much that she was out on the streets for a while too. And her story is like really good.
Okay.
She's one of the most well panned out DC characters outside of Wonder Woman, I would say, as far as females.
I mean, just listening to some of it and things of that nature, I feel like hearing more. But as characters and like things kind of develop and stuff like that, as far as like we know Wonder Woman, we know, but we don't know very much about. But I didn't know, and then
well, that's what also
this generation or another generation, it would be a good idea to develop.
Well, that's also what
character.
That's what also upsets me about shows like Supergirl, for instance. Supergirl is literally taking the story of Superman. Well, no, it's literally taking the coattails of Superman and trying to make her own cape. Yeah. Whereas Zatanna, like, literally designs her own wardrobe on her own. And DC has tons of characters that are like that. Who are females and males that they could just build up. That was the whole idea of these side characters. Not for them to just, like, remain in the shadows, but for them to truly be exposed to the light.
But they don't use
Green Arrow was supposed to take over for Batman. Granted, that's a failure.
What do you mean?
The whole thing is.
I mean, like as their dark horse.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm not gonna
dark
say.
horse.
Okay, I'm not gonna say.
But
like,
he never took off to the fullest extent that Batman did.
Okay, you can't stop. No, you can't. And especially not when it's DC had Batman. Which brings me to the main question. I watched Titans, and I gave you time. I gave you time. Look.
I watched Titans too.
No. Hold on. Let me.
Exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating. Here you go. I will. Gotta start with love. I gotta always start with love. Okay.
I gave you my life.
Wait, Sebastian. We're gonna start with love.
Okay.
I watched Titans. So, DC, I like the fact that
Better than me, I couldn't get past the first episode.
You know, I've been watching. I gotta keep watching. I gotta give you a full review.
Like, I'm still giving you time, actually.
That's
what it sounds like.
No, we gotta start with love. Like, so I like the way that at certain times, air quotes, certain times, you can be very accurate. Like when you did the whole Doom Patrol episode, that got me excited because I was like, dang, y'all did Doom Patrol for justice. What? I'm like 10 times more interested in that than I was in Titans. So then you do good on certain characters that I'm willing to forgive how they're dressed. Cause it's not the full costume or whatever.
Are you talking about Beast Boy? There's
a lot of people. Like
he wasn't naming names.
It was just a lot. It was a broad statement.
It's a broad statement. Just because there's a lot of forgiveness in there.
There's a lot of forgiveness. How deep does your forgiveness grow? Like, are we about to quote the Bible?
Yeah.
Like Jesus turn the other cheek and then
Titans needs a very much of forgiveness. So
are we gonna turn the cheek till season 2?
So, but no. Hold up. You gotta keep starting with love, bro.
Look, man.
Then you give me
You're still in love.
Episode what? 2 or 3? I don't know about Sebastian. I was somewhat forgiving when I was like. First I was like, who is this Hawk and Dove? And then that stuff got so serious about their love and how he loves her, but she like secretly still in love with Nightwing. Like, and then the whole sex scene where he's like, I'm sorry, babe. Like that. I was like, but then when they almost died, and like he's like got his like he went into a trap, got his hip broken and stuff. Like I'm like. And then when the family came in, and then they make you feel for the girl that secretly got feelings for Nightwing because she like gets pushed off.
Wait, so everybody got feelings for Nightwing?
I mean, see,
that allows me to forgive.
Wait, and that goes to my fourth love. When it comes to Nightwing's love story, like his playerism that we all know and love.
Oh my god.
Y'all do that justice. Like, he's all flirting with Starfire. He all taking the man's wife. Like,
Nightwing
he's the player
he's
DC,
a ladies
you know?
man,
Yeah, he's a ladies man.
That's because Nightwing is the combination of although Nightwing doesn't have the DNA genetics of either character, because of the influences that Nightwing had from both sides of the coin, which is Superman and Batman, he took characteristics that if you like literally read his scripts, if Superman and Batman actually like conjoined, they would be the closest thing to Nightwing, because his morality compass is more of Superman, but his like playboyisms, bro. If you trying to tell me that Batman wasn't the original player of DC,
Batman is kind of still a player.
Well, Batman messed around. This man messed around. No, Batman was the definition of player. If you try to sit there and tell me he ain't mess around with Poison Ivy, he ain't mess around with Catwoman, he ain't mess around with Harley Quinn.
All of them were after him.
All of them are villains who hurt people.
Harley Quinn was after Nightwing too.
But Harley Quinn, did they?
I think as you Robin.
No, not them. No, he ain't getting nothing. But Batman definitely got something from Harley Quinn.
I don't know.
Towards the end, bro, when Harley Quinn goes on that straight and narrow and she be talking about how Batman saved her. He ain't just save her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I think that's enough love. I think that's enough love for Titans.
So here we go with the hate.
Now let's get real. what the fuck you doing with Titans? I don't understand. First of all, remember that some
short.
I literally feel like there's 2 different shows of Titans that are out.
No.
Anybody else feel like there's 2
Remember
different
when
shows?
I said sometimes you can be accurate with people's character? Yeah, what the fuck was going on when it came to Starfire? Like, don't get me wrong, I understand you wanted to go with her losing her memory and get us to kind of
feel for her?
yeah, like kind of like get the mystery going on with her and her storyline. But what the fuck? First of all, she looked like a prostitute. I'm sorry.
She actually
I'm
does. She really does.
like, no, that's a beautiful black woman, and I'm sorry. The costume looked like a prostitute.
I'll take that new 52 costume back if you don't mind, because it's still better.
Whatever. Anyway, then
less clothing?
But it's better than what we got.
I'm just saying.
It's better than what we got.
No.
Ideally,
Stop.
ideally,
But-
I had to cut you off. I got it.
Wow.
We already established you a pervert. I'm sorry. In the last conversation.
Because he just stated there's less clothing, but that's better.
So then,
No.
by the way, we take no responsibility. This
literally-
is Jarrell.
At first, I was
He looks like a prostitute.
So back, let
We
me
can
ask
take
you,
the other costume back.
ask you one
That's
question.
less clothing.
One question.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want her to be a prostitute? Or do you
Or
just want her to
full
actually
hoe.
have to... Yeah.
No, neither.
all I gotta
Neither.
say is I literally was about to give you a pass, and then I had to think back to the trash that was New 52, and I was like, wait, wasn't she essentially
No.
It obviously was inspired by that, so if that's the case, I'll stick to the original. You don't give me something shittier. But the game was shittier. Just give me the original if that's what you want to do.
The
I mean,
point is
look,
to
I'm
do
trying to help-
better,
I'm trying to help you.
not
Stop
clothing.
talking. I'm trying to help you. Stop talking. Back to Titans. I don't understand. If you was gonna do Titans and not do the proper justice to it, why not do the original Titans?
Yeah.
You cannot say Titans
Hoe or
and give us
prostitute.
and try to do a fake Teen Titans.
He's supposed to get better now.
The original Titans were not Cyborg and Beast Boy and Starfire and Robin. I'm sorry. This was your chance. DC, the people that know DC the best, to give us the proper Titans. With
DC.
Wally, Aqualad, freaking the Psychic Quia or whatever.
What about Donna Troy? Like, we're gonna talk
Donna Troy.
Hang on. So also, let's be real.
Yeah.
The reason why they probably went with the Titans that they did is because budgets, man.
I feel like they thought their audience was lazy.
No, but like, let's be real. Hang on, look at let's look at the Flash series. The Flash series is based off literally just him, and they use a lot of special effects budget.
But
So,
okay, you could have went
without that. No, and then Cyborg,
They
the
did.
Doom Patrol.
He's
No,
not in it
the
anymore.
Doom Patrol. No, in the Doom Patrol, in the Doom Patrol one, they were talking about how much CGI it costs in order to do the Cyborg like it is in the Doom Patrol. So that in an untested series, you're talking about combinations, and then bro, let's not even get on Aqualad and his CGI and how much that would cost. Anytime this man moves water.
No, stop. You talking about the new Aqualad. The original Aqualad was on the Titans. And he was more like Aquaman. Kind of, yes, he could go swim in the water and stuff, but he's a brawler, he's almost as powerful, as strong as, Aquaman or whatever when it comes to strength or whatever. That one. Then he changed his name later on or whatever. Then you had War, the original Red Arrow, Speedy or whatever on there, whatever, War Harper or whatever. And so you had people that they did not need to do a whole bunch of special effects with. That could have still been on the show and it still would have been good. Then you also have...
But then that would have been too close to Young Justice.
True.
No, it would not be. Because
But look at the
Young
characters
Justice,
that you're using.
Young Justice is...
What did Young Justice start with?
Young Justice start with...
Speedy, Robin.
Okay, Fine, but that's why Young Justice was successful.
That's not why Young Justice was successful. Young Justice was successful because the writing is amazing. The drawing is amazing.
Writing is amazing, but why is it amazing? Because one, it's highly accurate to the comics. Or
it's
whatever.
more than not really. It's more of
if you take
someone. No, you literally can like watch Young Justice and know that I would say more of somebody who's read all of the comics.
No, you can't.
I would say somebody who read all the comics wrote Young Justice.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying
I can't see that in the Titans.
No, I would say it's more of somebody who like really loved DC is behind all of that. And, like really loved the story of Titans.
Let's go back to Titans. What the fuck, man?
Oh my
what
god.
The fuck? I don't understand. No,
I feel like that's a trigger word. Like Cam's gonna be sleeping, and then somebody's just gonna be like whispering in his ear, "Titans." And he's gonna wake up.
No! Like seriously, what the fuck? I tried to give you a pass as a Batman fan. I gave you certain passes when it come to Robin. What the fuck, man? Like, not only is Robin saying "fuck Batman," I felt like you just did that for a cheap fucking joke. Like, what the fuck? But
I literally busted out laughing when I saw that. I literally paused it and busted out laughing. But also,
no. I get it for you. I understand. I could even understand the fuck Batman because everybody want to say fuck Batman in one day, and the ladies want to fuck Batman too. But I don't understand why fucking Robin. I don't understand why Robin is out here killing people. What?
He's not out here killing. He's out here murking them boys.
I can understand any other Robin. I can understand. Jason Todd.
Yes.
I understand. Freaking not maybe Red Robin if he's convinced. Whatever. Damien. Yeah. Hell yeah. But what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Dick Grayson. That would make no sense. Then
his moral compass.
It's just like every time
he has an upstanding moral compass.
That's the reason why it's very hard to see him kill people. Because
that's what I said. His moral compass.
Even when he had the opportunity to kill the people that killed his parents, before Batman even said a word to him.
In this show, they fucking changed that. They fucking changed it. They pretty much said that he got the guy and like let him die or whatever. Like. What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man?
He had the opportunity to kill the guy. He found him on his own and started to flinch. And Batman shows up and says, "This is not what you want to do," and talks him down.
No, the next one, he
I saw that in the comic.
Yeah, that's how the comic goes.
In Titans, he raced the guy out of the van after beating up police officers, which Dick would never do. And then
so he can never be Nightwing. He can never be Nightwing. He's never gonna be Nightwing.
And then he...
Wow. Does he become Nightwing?
And he beats up the guy.
No, pause. Does he become Nightwing?
He
can't. No, because he can't be Nightwing. Because the whole pillar... No, it's not even what creates Nightwing. It's the name, unless they're going with the redemption story. That's possible. They may be going with the redemption story. I'm gonna pause on that. Because when they come back, after Flashpoint, Nightwing, the new Nightwing, he's on an entire redemption road because he feels like he lost the name. So
maybe whatever.
There could be a huge turn.
No, we're back to Titans. What the fuck, man? Why Starfire? I get her name is Starfire, but why is she literally shooting at a fire? I'm sorry. Can you take time to do research? She don't shoot fucking fire. Look, I was trying to get...
Step back from that ledge, my friend.
No.
Take time.
Wait, I'm sorry. Am I understanding her powers incorrectly? Because since when was Starfire Superman?
I literally...
No. Since when was Starfire Superman? Did I misunderstood? Because from my understanding of Starfire, she never got powered up by the sun.
Actually, no, she did. She has, always.
And she was powerless at night?
No, not powerless at night, but she stores her power from the sun in a similar way.
Weaker, she is, they did have that, but there is a slight difference because when there's solar flares on the sun and stuff like that change it different colors, her powers are altered by the colors, but they're intensified. They're not weakened. Superman, when it's yellow sun, his powers are exemplified, especially when there's a solar flare that's more of a yellow solar flare.
You know
Whether
what?
it's
See, now that you said that, that's why I fucking hate Superman. Because first of all,
But the red sun.
no, that's why I hate Superman. Why the fuck did you make a female Superman and y'all just don't say that girl's Kryptonian? Because like that's the what do you mean?
No, because she's from art. So here's the thing: from the planet that she's from, they have a different color sun, but it still gives her power. She gets power no matter what color the sun is. She doesn't have a weak nose. That's where all of the power of her people
But you said she gets powered up from the sun, dude.
She gets powered up but she gets powered.
That's regular.
I'm tired of Superman. I'm sorry. I know, Mr.
Superman.
You're tired of him.
What? Yes.
Wait. Speaking of that, that's the one thing in Young Justice. Don't get me wrong. I haven't seen all the episodes, and don't you dare correct me if I'm even wrong in this, because I want to find out.
There's only 3 out.
No, you're incorrect.
That's incorrect.
They come out every Friday, 3 episodes. Yes. Are we advertising accidentally? Of course we are. There's 3 episodes that come out every Friday this month. How dare you second guess this? Anyway, you should know this. Anyway, shame on you.
Give me a password and then I'll watch them.
What password? There's 3 episodes that come out. I said thank Warner Brothers. I didn't say anything after that.
Yo, and we're not going to say anything.
But we're not going to say we're going to tell people that they need to get it the legit way by going and
pirating it. All of it. I'm sorry.
Again,
don't listen to what he just said.
That is Jarrell. That is Jarrell. So don't PM me. Don't DM me. That is Jarrell. Original.
Hang on, wait. Let's talk about this, okay? Everybody I know calls messaging DMing, okay? So direct message. All of a sudden, this man comes through and he's like, yeah, man, somebody PM me the other day. I was like, what the freak did somebody
Wait, no, that's not true.
What is PMing? You have a different phone, don't you?
2 different things. He's using the right term. He's using it in the wrong place.
Wait, isn't it like Facebook or something? You can private message or something?
No, you would say DMing. But if you're in a video game,
you private message.
You would say private message.
Right,
That's the difference.
I get that, but here's the thing. Bruh, don't nobody want to hear the word PMing in a random conversation. You know what? That sounds so bad. It's like, yo, by the way, I got PM the other day. Like, what does that make you think happened? Something horrible. You're like, are you okay? Did you like voluntarily want that? And I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, and you're like, dude, what the freaking, what is that? What's going on? And then I tell you private message. You're like, what the frick? Why didn't you just say DM?
But wait, come on, what the heck? DM doesn't sound messy.
No, but here's the thing. This is what's really funny. So real talk, this is why it's really funny. First time I ever heard the word DM, do you know what I thought of?
What?
Taking it down. That's what I thought.
Stop.
DM.
Stop.
You ever want to take a DM?
Anyway,
but then when you think PM, I'm not gonna tell y'all what I first came to because I guarantee you half of you already went there.
So just to conclude,
I know the people here did when I said PMing.
Just to conclude,
you can leave me out. I'm good.
I'm trying to give you hope on Titans. I'm gonna truly finish Titans. I'm gonna try to give you some hope. But if that shit's still trash, and then you come out with season 2, I'm gonna give you the season 2, and you don't correct half of the shit.
When does it end?
Because I got hope in DC. I'm trying. You gave me Young Justice. I gotta give you some hope.
Okay.
If that shit don't get better in season 2, what the fuck you doing, man? What the fuck, man? Go on to the next topic.
This man is about to have a mental breakdown over freaking Teen Titans. Like, literally. Hey, you know how they say when someone tries to commit suicide, they keep doing it? Like, dude, we talked you down 5 times when you were talking about Titans, and then you just kept going. That's because I had to go.
And let's talk.
I forgot the song. Sebastian.
I'm gonna say right now, watching 5 episodes, it's like almost as bad as the scar as like Jupiter's Ascending. When you had hope that this movie was gonna be
no. Look, when Jupiter's Ascending, the worst line I've ever heard in my entire life was, "I like dogs." That was the line. That was the line. Like literally, this dude is like talking about burying his soul on something that happened in the past, and like the whole time I'm like, oh snap, he's gonna find out that he was being manipulated by the guy to do that in the first place. He gonna find this out. I watched that whole movie. The dude is literally like, they're even in a fight scene together where he's about to fight the Crown Prince, and the Crown Prince is like, and the dude who's like taking over is just like, you can't fight me, I'm royalty. And he like second guesses it. He doesn't once say, like he doesn't even gloat like, that's why I had to use you, you dog, in order to get the job done right. Nothing like that happens. Nothing epic like that happens. It's just like, the whole thing goes through and they kind of infer that some of the characters know that he was being manipulated, but it's not like he actually gets to be like, yo, by the way, you were never capable of doing that, dude. It was actually because this dude made you. So like, he's like, I got more in common with a dog than I do a human. And after he bears his whole soul, like takes his heart, puts it on a plate, and then hands it to her, it's like she just says, oops, knocks it onto the floor with the whole, I like dogs. You know how they accuse dudes of like not listening to females when they talk? You know? Like they say like, they always say like, look at her in the eyes. Don't look at her mouth.
You know
Don't
what?
look at her chest. Look at her eyes. Pay attention to what she says. So then, yeah, Hitch. Quote from Hitch. Pay attention to what she says so then you have something to say and not just stare at her mouth.
Now I'm mad at Torn for a different reason. Because I was already mad at him for making us watch that movie. I love you, Torn. Because you gotta start with love. Love you, Torn. You're a great guy.
Start with love.
You're a great guy.
Where did you get this quote from? Starting with love. How about that?
Fake architect, man. Torn, love you, man. But,
Oh my God.
here you
There
go.
was no love in calling.
Here you go. Now I hate you, not only because you made me watch a horrible movie. Conclusion, Titans sucks. Jupiter's Ascending fucking sucks. Now Jupiter's Ascending, now I'm wondering.
And we gotta
That movie is so bad that I have to worry. Torn, did you just not tell us that movie would have been better high? Like that high movie would have actually made so much sense. Like, did I miss something?
Why is that? Hang on. Why is that like your go-to? Like this is horrible. Maybe if it was high, we'd be better. Like, hang on, no. But I guess that's just like stereotypical environment of every every high movie. Like Pineapple Express, every high movie always talks about, wow, this is horrible. Then it's complete and everything's great.
That movie was horrible, right?
My arm got ripped. Yeah.
I
don't see how people like that movie. I'm sorry. Polar Express, I don't see how people like
Some
Polar
of the
Express.
movies are meant to be like
Don't you dig? That's
Polar
a classic.
Express.
We know it's bad now that we're older, but that's still a
Pineapple
classic.
Express or Polar Express?
Polar Express.
Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express is the high movie. Polar Express is the
Christmas
is the
movie.
Christmas
Well,
movie.
fuck all of those. Cause fuck Pineapple. And then the Polar.
Polar
No,
Express.
that's not right. Watch that train movie on Christmas.
Yes,
Yes,
it's where
it's
he
a
goes
Christmas
to meet
movie.
Santa.
He goes to
and
Christmas Town.
he goes to Christmas Town. He meets Santa. Santa goes out and do you remember this at all?
No, fuck that shit. I don't want to watch no boy meet Santa. I want Santa. I want to watch Santa Claus, prank calls, fucking beat the I'm Mr. Heat Miser, I'm Mr. Hot.
No, you got the song wrong. You're done. You're
And the crazy part is, you're literally mixing two of the movies because as you were doing this, you were thinking, and I think the song you were thinking of, just put one foot
That's the same
in
movie.
front. No, there's two different movies.
Okay, whatever.
But I knew you were thinking that. They're two separate movies. One is Santa. One is Santa's coming to town.
It's the same
They
drama.
are claymation.
They're both claymation, but one is Santa Claus is coming to town. And the other one is no. And the other one is A Year Without a Santa Claus.
No.
Yes,
no.
A Year Without a Santa Claus.
No, the other one is
No, the other one is when he begins when they started him out as
that
Santa
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah, that's the first.
That's the one. No,
Yeah.
the one you were quoting
But
is.
they have the same actors.
No, they. No,
They messed up the song.
Santa was the
the
They
same.
don't have that same song.
No, I'm
They-
saying you messed up.
Yeah.
With something.
Okay,
No.
fine. No,
But-
you know, I
Yes.
was no, because Mr. Heat Miser, he does do this.
No.
Yeah, no, but no, what you're talking
I'm
about, take one step in front of the other.
Yes,
And
that's that
it's
movie
you be walking
alone.
Out the door. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one movie alone.
I'm sorry, it was funny.
He's gonna get it. Oh, hey, wait, while you're down there, can you get my phone?
What?
Nah, you're good.
It's underneath there.
I don't see anything.
Oh,
Where?
it's underneath here.
Anyway, but
Where?
all right. So I'm gonna. So all right. In conclusion of
Wait, hold on.
Let me get this phone. But
I think it's about time to conclude the kickback. But final thoughts.
Final thoughts, Ty. Wait, no, wait.
Throw some final thoughts.
Wait, no. That's not how we do it. That's not what I'm saying. Final
Wait,
thoughts.
final
What is
thoughts.
your pick of the week? There we go. Cause you thought I forgot. You thought I forgot. Ty. So I'm gonna give you time. Because you act like you ain't ready. I know my boy right here is ready.
okay.
Jarrell, what is your pick of the week? Any game, movie, anime,
TV.
comic book that you've been checking for? What's up? What's your pick?
Too cute.
Pass on this one. I'll pass.
Can y'all get my phone?
Why you gonna pass? What do you gotta
What
say?
is that?
You know what
Say
I'm
it with
gonna
your
say.
chest.
You know what I'm gonna
Say it
say.
with your chest.
Little.
There's a new episode of Rookie this week. I implore you all to watch it.
Wow.
You knew what I was gonna say. Don't ask.
You totally let us down. Sebastian, what is your pick of the week? Please save us. Please
Ooh,
save us.
I got mine when
Please
you're
don't.
finished and you're ready.
Wow.
Yo.
You wanna go ahead? Like,
Go ahead, Ty.
Okay.
I have no-
Well, Phoebe's bottom is in my face. But actually I've been watching a lot of Netflix and some of their shows are actually pretty decent. So some are. They got some pretty
A
decent
lot
ones.
of them are.
I'm just saying, because
Black
some
Mirror's
people
really
don't
nice.
all, feel this way about Netflix. So, I've been watching,
Netflix and chill for a reason.
is it called, he is a Jaeger, and he basically fights vampires.
I'm sorry.
I like that one, and I've
Okay.
been checking it out. So,
And what's the name of it again?
what is it called? You know.
It's Jaeger.
Yeah, Jaeger.
There's something Jaeger, but you can find it just by Jaeger.
Yeah.
Sebastian,
On
what is your
Netflix.
pick of the week?
Okay. I mean, I've watched, so, if anyone doesn't know, right now, this past week has been the launch of the winter season of anime. So a lot of them have dropped, starting this week. Some of them have been pretty interesting. Some of them caught me a little bit off guard. The one that I was pretty caught off guard has a storyline of a kid who's like dirt poor, who is in debt, and he takes a training job where they're paying him 5 times the normal value, and what it comes out to be is that there's quintuplets. So he's actually teaching 5 different women. It's a harem anime. It looks pretty interesting. We'll see what happens. That's not my pick of the week though. Out of all of the ones that I've watched this week, I'm going back to my default. I've been told that I'm gonna change my mind once I see this one. I am a little behind. For once, I'm watching anime only because there's like about 8 things
Boy,
that come
if
out.
you don't get to this pick,
All right, man. My pick of the week is Rise of the Shield Hero. Still, like I really gotta spread the word on that one because I don't know if you've seen it, but you gotta see it. Rise of the Shielded Hero is pretty unique to me, and it has a nice layout. I feel taking a shield warrior and making it your main character, and the way they do it so far is pretty elegant.
since we're doing a modern picks of the week, I think next time it's gonna be like vintage picks of the week, like old school. So,
I got some.
Oh, and also, of course, my pick of the week, since someone hasn't watched it yet, Ready Player One.
wow. So I'm gonna give you kind of 2 philosophical. Damn, these words I'd be creating.
Philosophical.
No. I don't know. I like the way I said it. Philosophical.
Stop.
Okay,
No.
so we give you two kind of ones you want to think about. Number one, you should think about picking up or be on alert for Fantastic Four comic books that are being reintroduced. And if you haven't heard already, a brand new character that has never been introduced in Marvel is being introduced through the Marvel Future Fight game.
Luna Snow?
Doctor Doom's apprentice now, who is named Victorious.
But Luna Snow is the first one.
Yeah, Luna Snow was the first one was Sharon Rogers.
Well, no, Sharon Rogers was still she was whispered about before, but
Yes.
she was given a huge role in Future Fight, but she was still whispers. Luna Snow had never existed.
I mean, Sharon Rogers was kind of not really.
No.
Hey,
Luna Snow literally had no groundwork, no base.
Yeah.
They created her from scratch.
Yeah, and then they did the other character, the Crescent, whatever. But this one, Victorious is not only a new character, but she's also has a kind of already introduced story with Doctor Doom, and they're pretty much going to introduce her in the upcoming comic books of Fantastic Four and stuff. So
they introduced Luna Snow via the comic books of Iron Man.
I think they did like one comic.
No, it was Iron Man. She was a famous Korean singer, and
you tell me all this, did you get that comic?
I should have.
You should have. Come on, you messing up. Messing up, bro.
I am, because I like Luna Snow. Luna Snow be killing it in Future Fight. If I had the pass, if I paid the money to the game, then man, I have Luna Snow up to like level 2 already, because she's the only one I know who you could put in a world boss fight. You hit her like snow, the whole thing, everybody freezes. Okay. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be a world boss. You freezing. Who are you? You got the gauntlet? You bringing the gauntlet at me?
She still can't be Scarlet Witch.
But she's still freezing the boy. She's freezing them. You can't snap. You know what? That's what they should have had. You know what? Avengers, you should have brought in that girl Luna Snow. Frozen. Frozen. You know what? It's Frozen comes to Marvel. You want to know why? Because you just gotta let it go.
So the reason why I get to have two is because, like I said, I was being philosophical.
Philosophical?
Get to it.
Philosophical.
Get past your philosophical. What you got for us?
My last peak of the week is
you gotta be a philosophical.
What I want to say is, Sebastian, what's the game I'm thinking of?
I got a philosophical.
That was coming out in February that I was taking for.
Oh, you mean Jump Force?
No. Well, yes, I'm taking out for Jump Force.
You know,
Jump Force will be good.
By the way, I pulled the trigger. I got the Super Deluxe Ultra.
We're gonna have to talk about that. I might have to get that.
Because it comes with like 4 statues.
We might have to talk about that. Okay, but Hyper Jam, I think it's a nice.
Hyper Jam?
Yeah, so pretty much it's gonna be like a battle royale game, like kind of 4 players with good graphics. To me, it was finally something different from PlayStation. I'm like, maybe you might ask to give me a reason to play PlayStation. Sorry, I'm not hyped about Kingdom Hearts just like Sebastian. It's like, yo,
wait a minute.
Play Fantasyland again. I'm sorry, I'm a grown man. I wanted violence and I wanted you to give me the Keyblade War. I'm sorry, fans, y'all not down for that. I wanted to play in the Keyblade War.
Right.
Who crushed your spirit?
Has Kingdom Hearts, and if there is another Final Fantasy, I'm playing Final Fantasy for another time.
Like Kingdom Hearts. They took my heart. They make me a heartless. I'm sorry. That sounds so corny. That sounds so corny. I'm a grown man, bro.
That is like, but that is like, it's philosophical. All right, like the whole thing is with the heartless from Kingdom Hearts 1 is exactly because when they capture your heart, the goal is to get these people's hearts back. It's that through your acts of kindness and bravery.
I know you're inspired by all this stuff in Kingdom Hearts. But I'm sorry, I didn't want to play in freaking Mickey Mouse Land again. I wanted darkness. All I wanted a battle.
All I gotta say is they come at you with a sword to take your life, and who defends you? Yo, Road Dog, Goofy.
Right.
Comes out with the shield.
Stop. No.
He got you.
Yo, Road Dog.
He got you.
Like I said.
He ain't letting you fall.
Like I said, not really.
Hey.
And
because
friendship,
you
you forgot friendship.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Keyblade Wars. Stop.
And friendship.
Anyway, on that note,
Bravery.
we can talk about this later. Check it. We'll see y'all next week.
Friendship.
Because I don't know what they're on. I don't know what they're on. I don't. Bye. Peace.
We're on Kingdom Hearts.